Hi everyone, welcome to Fat to Thin Senior RNY. I'm Raven. I was 76 years old when I had gastric bypass surgery on December 16, 2019. Medicaid approved the surgery. Last week I talked about me and a tiny bit about RNY, mostly about me. In this vlog I'll be talking about grieving the loss of your favorite food friend food, after RNY. If you're curious, please continue to watch and join me on this journey. Last week I talked about me and a tiny bit about RNY. Of course, you'd expect me to talk about me on this blog, but it was more about me than RNY. That was last week. In this vlog, I'll be talking about grieving the loss of your favorite food, your food friend, after you've had RNY or any surgery like that. I'm not sure if the grieving didn't start before I had the RNY, to tell you the truth, because I stopped a lot of stuff. I stopped the candy. I did the diet the doctor gave me. I mean, it was only for a week for the diet, but I had stopped everything else before that. And I think I might have been grieving, but we'll go through that. I thought I'd miss candy, because candy was my thing, absolute thing. But for some, I don't really. I can go into a supermarket, I notice where the candy aisle is, and never think about it again, which is amazing. I have thought about it a couple of times at night, late at night, you know, when you're looking for something. Unfortunately, I don't have any in the house. What I really seem to be missing, which is really funny, is crackers and cookies and donuts, which I never really ate a lot of. I mean, I ate cheese crackers, but not really. I mean, it wasn't a constant, you know. But it's funny that I think what I'm missing is the crunch, maybe. I don't know. Salty taste. I have no clue. At any rate, the 5 stages of grief are, I'll go through them one at a time. Denial. I don't feel denial. I don't feel like, oh my God, I did a stupid thing and had them cut open my stomach and take out half. Now I can't possibly eat a whole lot of anything. And a lot of some things I can't, or some things I can't eat at all. I had planned to give up candy along the line after this surgery. I thought that the surgery would stop the craving for the candy, which it did, absolutely did. But I never did say I'd give it up, although that seems to be where my head is right now, as if I'm restricting, like you would on any diet, you know, foods that you think that you shouldn't eat. I mean, food is food, you know. Whether it's candy or cake or chicken or green beans or whatever, it's still food. So what I need to do is just have what I want, but not treat my body like it's a garbage pit, you know. I've said that my taste buds have changed. They really have, and I have gotten really efficient at throwing out stuff that doesn't taste good. I figure, you know, I can only eat 6 ounces in a day. So it might as well be good stuff instead of stuff that I ask myself, why did I do that, and use up the space, you know what I mean? I took it pretty much as an understanding that I was never going to eat candy again, which is crazy, because would I say never? Maybe not completely. Maybe I won't have it today, but I'll have it tomorrow. You know, that's what I did with the cigarettes, you know. Oh, well, no, I don't really want it now, maybe later. You know, one of those kind of things. It's been, I don't know, 15, 20, 25 years since I smoked. That works pretty good. At any rate, I don't feel like I'm in denial. I don't feel like by restricting the food or not eating candy, for instance, that I'm in denial, that sooner or later I'm going to fall apart and gorge on something. I don't know. Anyway, in either case, I'm not in denial about having the surgery. I don't think that it was one of the worst things I could have done, you know, or was I stupid thinking, you know, that this is going to help cutting my body open, whatever. But I'm not in denial. In fact, I'm in joy over that particular thingy. As for anger, I was pissed that I couldn't lose weight any other way. I mean, I have tried. I mean, I would stay on a diet, any diet. I would stay on it a minimum of 6 months. And my body would lose weight like crazy the first 2-3 weeks. And then it would stop. Just totally stop. And it was amazing. And sometimes even start gaining again. And I wouldn't be eating anything differently. I mean, or different amounts, different foods, different, nothing. And, you know, it was amazing. I was pissed before I had the surgery, and I probably still am, that my body will gain weight at 1,500 calories. I have clocked that for years. If I eat 1,500 calories, I gain weight. If I eat 1,200 calories, I kind of stay the same, you know. I was hoping that my body after the surgery, the set point would be low, but that, you know, it would be higher than 5 or 6, 7, 800 calories, you know. And I am pissed, I guess it's angry, and it's not really angry, that my weight has slowed to a crawl. In fact, this week I gained 2/10 of a pound. 2/10 of a pound. Come on, people. You know, what was that? I had to go to the bathroom or something? I don't know. But it's amazing. I mean, I'm still only eating the 600 calorie, 800 calories, 6 ounces. I suppose, you know, I should be happy because it has, I'm not gaining. I mean, I'm not gaining, you know, half a pound, eighth of pounds here and there, and then lose, you know, 2 pounds is okay, as far as I'm concerned. And then I got lucky this morning. I saw a video of a woman who's 3 years out for gastric sleeve, and she said she lost about half of her weight that she had to lose the first year, and the second year it came off, the rest of it came off, and it came off fast. So I'm still in my first year. There's hope, right? There's hope. There's no anger, there's just hope. Okay. And then the third level of grief is bargaining. I would constantly pray, let this work. Please let this work. Every time I tried a new diet, every time I tried a new way of eating, everything, I'd say, I'd pray, please, you know, let this work. When I tried keto, and I did keto for 6 months, I lost the first 2-3 weeks, and that was it. Intermittent fasting. Now, I personally like the feeling, the way my body feels when I do intermittent fasting. But, and that kept slowly taking the weight off, you know, a couple of tenths a pound every week. I did the eat, don't eat diet, which is half fasting and half eating. You know, you eat one day, fast the next day, eat the next day, fast the next day, that kind of thing. That was tedious. It worked, but it was tedious. I don't believe that I could do that for the rest of my life. The intermittent fasting I could do for the rest of my life. The keto, I can't. My body doesn't like the meat. I don't like the meat. I'm still leaning towards maybe going back to being vegetarian. And Weight Watchers was the last, well, I did keto, no, I did intermittent fasting and Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers were the last two diets that I did before I tried that, before I got the RNY surgery. Weight Watchers I did for a full year, and I lost 10 pounds. I mean, I worked it, you know. And I constantly prayed, let this work, let this work. And I prayed, let this work, when I went for the RNY surgery. And I have been thrilled, absolutely thrilled, to have lost 60 pounds. And I had to work at it. I had to think. I had to control myself. I had to do a few dumps, you know, to find out where I'm at. And I'm still learning. As for depression, I can't say that I've had any depression over this, over my choice. I don't have any depression over the foods that I don't want to eat, can't eat. Food friends that I lost, I can't use food anymore to get rid of depression, to get rid of boredom, to, you know, that kind of thing. I can't use it as a tool anymore. I can only use food as food, which is what it's supposed to be, you know. As for acceptance, I don't believe I've reached that yet, as far as grieving a food friend. I think I have accepted that I can eat what I want to eat when I want to eat it, but be kind of cool about it. I have 4, 5, 6 neighbors, all of them women, who over this last year I found has also had gastric bypass or sleeve or something, had some kind of surgery for weight loss. All of them have gained back half of their weight that they lost. One of them said she thought that all she had to do was just eat smaller amounts of whatever it was that she ate. And so she is still struggling to lose it again. I hope not to be in that group. I hope to be the exception. Now, I understand the doctors are really thrilled if you lose 65 to 75% of your weight. Well, I've lost 60 pounds, you know, so that's 60 pounds that 60% of the 100 pounds I had to lose. Actually, I had to lose 120, but 100. So that means that I've lost half the first year, like that woman said, and hopefully I'll lose the other half this coming year. And personally, I don't see why not. I mean, I'm up and moving and doing things and getting about and, you know, having a pretty good time. Getting a lot of invitations to parties, which is amazing considering that we were in the COVID generation here. Anyway, so I can't say that I am really grieving any food or the loss of any food, although a lot of people suggest that you will grieve and be sad about and say I can't and all that kind of thing. And I'm wondering that if I were to do, I want to say intentional eating, but it's not. It is intuitive eating. Excuse me. I believe that I need to retry intuitive eating. I need to find out more information and attack it again. I believe that if you eat intuitively, then there's no loss. You don't lose your friend. You just don't use your friend, you know. Uh, you eat it when you feel like eating it, and eating an appropriate amount, and eating healthily, and eating with intention and enjoyment, um, and so therefore I don't think that you would go through that kind of a thing. Like children used to eat. I mean, if the parents don't bother them, if the parents aren't sitting there saying, yeah, you got to clean your plate, or if your parents are saying, the kid says, I'm full, and say, oh, you only got a mouthful, eat the other mouth. If you don't, if a kid is left alone, uh, they learn to eat intuitively. They eat when they're hungry, and they don't eat when they're not. They're not looking for snacks. They're not looking for, you know. I don't remember ever feeding my kids snacks after school or anything like that. At any rate, this self-sabotaging checkup. I haven't done anything this week to be sabotage myself about. I kept records in MyFitnessPal of everything I ate this week and didn't do nothing. Didn't go over anything, didn't do nothing. Looking at that, though, I'm still not getting enough protein, but I have to work on that. As for Rowley, Rowley is doing really good this week. He's not lunging. Well, he tries to lunge. I put a different collar on him and took the harness off. He lunged once, and that was it. And he still barks at the golf carts that ride around. He doesn't. This funny thing about those golf carts, he's only barks at them when they're moving. If the person stops the golf cart right in front of him and gets out, and he goes over and smells the cart, he is totally not interested. It's only when it's moving. He doesn't even care if it's not moving and the people are sitting in it. It has to be moving before he will bark at it, and then he goes crazy. But he hasn't done that for the last 2 days. What he has done, which is amazing, is that he's let people come up and put the hand, you know how people do, they put the hand in front of the dog's nose so that they could say, yeah, I'm friendly, I'm okay. And he did not bark, he did not get anxious, he didn't do anything. He just kind of smelled the hand and said, okay, that's cool. Once one of the women gave him some chicken, and he was friends for life. If I stop somewhere, then he will get up on my lap and sit and be quiet. It's amazing. It's amazing. This is terrific. So I think that soon I'll be able to travel with him, because then I could trust that he's not going to lunge and bite and all of that kind of, although he's never bitten anybody. So to sum up, I'm feeling good. Again, no regrets about the surgery still. I would do it again for sure. And I'm feeling good. I'm really feeling good. Okay? And I believe I'm absolutely on the right track. I just need to pay attention. I need to learn when I'm hungry, when I'm not hungry, when I'm thirsty. All of those signals that I've spent so many years ignoring. So I don't suspect it'll all come back in 1 week, but I'm working on it. So please like and share and subscribe and comment below. And don't forget to ring the notification bell. And don't forget to click show more to see the stuff in the description below. I've put some stuff down there about intuitive eating. I've put some stuff about the history of witch hats and the history of women, and some other stuff. So you have a great holiday season. Enjoy your new year, because Halloween is the new year for us. And give thanks to those who have come before you. Take care of you and yours, and blessed be. So mote it be.